Welcome back, guys. We have a very sad video. I was leaking coolant the other day. Now, on the bright side, it was cold in the morning when I drove to work, and on the way home it was also cold. So I lost my heater, kind of gave it away, and I check the temperatures all the time, and I looked up where the coolant temperature sensor is on this truck. It's in the back of the motor into the block. And when I did finally check my reservoir, it was low, so I added some water with the garden hose, but I filled this up probably twice, so it wasn't that bad. You know, it wasn't completely like bone dry, but now we gotta find where it's coming from. So that's the whole video I'm gonna be making today. I'm guessing it's this guy. As you can see, there's a little moisture right there. Moisture and oil. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it up, start it, and then we can go from there. Got my flashlight here as well. It's a lot of quick connects. Now on this truck, there is a little valve for the heater. It's this guy right here. And then we got an oil cooler down there. And then we got my water pump. I already checked this out. Doesn't look like it's coming from here. I checked for play. I don't see any. And then on F150s, this is the most prone area for it to leak. Right here, this area. I guess like the thermostat housing. Quick connect. This resonator box is in the way, but it's right here. Yeah, this guy right here. That looks dry, so it's looking like it's gonna be the heater hose assembly. This whole thing's like a web, but you can buy the whole thing together. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more water and start it up. It's a pretty cool system. These hoses they're hot, they're really hot, but the radiator hoses are cold still. So you get comfort immediately. There's also this mess over here, look at this. Completely forgot about this. Well, I think we found it. My God, look at this. Make sure you guys go from top to bottom. You don't want to just start replacing parts because it's wet down there, it's wet over there. That is seeping, I'm not gonna lie. And the right thing to do is replace the whole system, because if one part is weak and it's all the same rubber and plastic, it's all under the hood, same area, it all has a bunch of wear and tear on it. Just like replacing a drive belt, you want to replace the tensioner, pulleys. This is going to have to get replaced very soon. But this is okay for now, and since, well, you know, I can fix it myself, I can wait on that. But that's a no-go right there. And I really don't want to do this because I'm scared. This is under pressure. little hose. I didn't spill any water when I filled up the reservoir. I told you guys I'm gonna avoid that, and I didn't. Now you can see it's actively dripping now. A bunch of options you have. You could replace the whole system, which is something I'm gonna be doing soon in the future. But for now, I did see there's a kit you could buy to replace O-rings on this Y pipe down here. And that's where I'm getting some of the coolant leak. I also did see some right in this hose for the radiator, or the reservoir, I mean. But that one, I do need a source separately. I'm gonna show you guys how to install that right now. And yeah, let's get in it. All right, taking a look at this, we're gonna have to get the intake out and then possibly the throttle body. I did see online that the throttle body does come out most of the time. We're gonna try not to. When you're removing this clip, you can start from one side and work your way up. Be careful not to put too much stress on one side. It will break. I've broken them before. There's kits to just replace these clips, but you don't want to get there. So try this side, then try the other side. If you have to, reseat it. Try the other side first. You're just breaking loose all the corrosion, the dirt. And then go ahead and remove this line. If you're having trouble removing this one because it's a weird angle, you can always go ahead and just remove it from the valve cover. And the clips look like this. Just get one side. Once you pry it down, you just remove it from this end. They like to go back on, so you kind of fight with them. If you take a look here, there's your problem. Look at that. Those O-rings are completely flat. Now what you want to do is take your pick, go right in here, just number one. So earlier I lied. The throttle body does need to come out. No way around it. Don't go and unplugging this, because a lot of cars will give you a big issue if you unplug it. They'll make you do like a throttle relearn, all sorts of weird stuff. So do not go unplugging your throttle body. Just move it off to the side. Had it happen. I learned the hard way. Now what you do here is you block this guy off, so nothing gets inside of it. And now we can pull up on our little fitting here. Don't want to damage it because I do plan on, you know, changing the seals. There we go. Just use the screwdriver, get in between the plastic and the metal, pry. I want to make sure you guys get this. I got my hook placed here. Again, any spray, lubricant, rust penetrant, try anything, just spray it all along there. And you can always come back and just clean the whole area with brake clean, which is why I got this guy. This thing's insane. It's a little bit more money, but it's worth it. It's like as close as you'll get to like a sprayer from a shop. And once you use those things, you're just spoiled. So now work your way around, break loose the surface, tension there. And now to get your actual hose and wiggle it back and forth. So I gave this a try. I sprayed it once again and used the pick, worked the pick around the sides of the hose. It's going to take some time, but eventually it will break loose just like that. As you're working with the hose, be careful, you don't want to dig into the rubber. And same thing on the metal. Try your hardest not to do anything to this. If you did nick it a little bit, some sandpaper, and then clean it off. The plastic insert you did see, the plastic O-ring, this goes on top of the O-ring. Same thing with this guy, however on this one, the plastic spacer on this hose is a different color. What you're seeing is grease for the O-rings. Before we install the flange, I wanted to quickly clean the area beforehand. Of course, if you're worried about PB blaster and stuff getting in the way, do a coolant flush. So there's a little kit. Comes with 3 O-rings. These are the old ones. It's really hard to tell, but these are flat, and the other ones are new, just like they should be. I mean, you're probably not gonna be able to tell on the camera, but there is a clear difference. It's a lot more squared, the old versus the new. So again, I'm gonna take some coolant. I'm just going here since I spilled a lot. Oh, there's some down there too. You can always just, that's what I've been taught is a good way. If you need a lubricant, anything, use the fluid that it's going to. Now I gotta take this plastic insert out like that. Install the new one. And then go in with your flat piece. This has a little taper to it, so I doubt it has to go in backwards like that. It's like a resistance the further down you get. I wonder why. And it's not gonna happen. It only likes to go in this way, like that. Yeah. And like I mentioned, this one already has it. There's that one. And that looks pretty good. There's nothing crazy going on there. Now the thing is the kit comes with one more. Now I wonder Maybe it goes to this guy. Don't know. Comes with 3 O-rings. Thermostat? I mean, I don't know. Check the inside here. Corrosion could be in these spots from the coolant drying up. There isn't any corrosion here. This honestly looks brand new. Don't know when this was replaced last or if it's original. On the metal, don't see any bad scoring. So this should be good. Don't forget to install these before. And then you got this one. Just like that. And when you have the clip installed, it's gonna hold in that plastic piece for you. So you're not gonna drop it. I'm just gonna reinstall it. Actually, right before, what you could do is get your clamp locked. At least try to. Well, I don't think it's gonna save me time if I can't even get it to cooperate. So I'm just gonna give up on that. Do it the old school way. Gonna go in all the way, okay? Hose is on all the way. Now, for the fun part, we need to get that on. So it's gonna take some persuading to get this on. So, let me see, I placed the camera. There? Yeah. Maybe? Yeah, we'll place the camera there. Gotta fight it a little bit, then you're gonna hear it click. Because you do have to install this first. That kind of gets this in its home position, like clocked correctly. Because this part has a little slit. So it has to line up, otherwise this will not go on. It has to line up correctly. If you look at this part, there's like a metal tab and it has to line up in the little channel for this plastic part. So that's first, then this, then you can go back to this, and then the radiator hose last. You're gonna have to fight with it. It is a really tight fit, but at least that means it works. I'm curious how easy the aftermarket will be to install. I mean, different designs though. This is your preference, but whenever you release the spring clamp, try to get it back in its home spot. Like you were never there, basically. Take my rag out of the throttle body or the intake before I forget. For the PCV system, yeah, that's pretty clean. Nice. 120,000 miles. See some gunk right there. I'll clean it some other time. Go ahead and clean it if you'd like. It's up to you. You know, the whole time you're doing this, make sure nothing's falling into the plenum or nothing just sitting like leaves or anything. I know it sounds ridiculous, but why not be certain, you know? Tetris. Come on. Come on. Something like this. Yeah. It is very cold this morning, so I'm kind of dying. I need to get a hoodie. So since we're going to be looking for a water leak, what you want to do is avoid spilling any water or coolant. It's just going to make the job a lot harder. Now I'm going to go ahead and start it. You can put the cap on if you want. It really doesn't matter. That's loud and you guys can barely hear me, but if your vehicle has a heater valve, you want to turn on the heater on the inside. So that's what I went ahead and did. Turn on the heater, ignore all that, turn on the heater, don't have to turn on the AC. And now we wait. The whole idea for this test is to visually find the leak. You either do this or you can do a pressure test. I don't have the kit to do a pressure test, so we're going to do it like this, the old school way. Okay, I filled this up with water. Again, I'm going to be doing a coolant flush anyway, so it's fine. But look at this. Even that's squared. And it's kind of funny, online I think you can actually buy an O-ring kit for this. But come on, just buy a new cap. That's gonna be part of my whole kit that I'm buying. So yeah, I don't visibly see a leak. I'm having lots of fun, as you can tell. It's been 20 minutes. Still can't find where exactly it's coming from. There was coolant there, and amazing thing is I don't see it anymore. So yeah, it was kind of dripping right here. I had messed with it, now it's gone. Looks fine, and the heater's been running the whole time, so that little valve down there is open, or solenoid, whatever you want to call it. The water pump looks fine. That big connection over there, that looks fine. I don't know, I might just replace the whole system and call it a day. Try doing it the logical way, like just fighting back. The thing is when it comes to doing repairs on a car, you could do piece by piece, but if I fix one section, it's going to leak from like another area.
So that's the whole idea. This is just like a temporary fix, but in the long run, you want to replace all of it. And that's what I'll be doing. Just heading over to Rock Auto, buying everything, and that's going to be for another video. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.